Yo, what is going on, fans and coaches of the ASL? My name is Sucher322 here, and I'm bringing you guys yet another weekly recap. And today, I have for you guys the ASL Season 5 Week 10 weekly recap. And yeah, on time this week, so yeah, it's awesome. And as we said in our transactions video, which was more so me and Susie messing around in a call than an actual video, but I hope you guys enjoyed that anyways. I said that playoff implications would be up today. They're not up today because I'm really tired, quite honestly, so I'm just going to record this video, and then we will have playoff implications hopefully tomorrow, so on and so forth. I just wanted to stop making weekly recap late because, yeah. Let's hop into it. Great segue, I know. So, for the first match of the week, why is my voice recognizer coming on? Okay, so for the first match, we have the Washington Whalers and the Slow Bohemians facing off. And in this match, TJ is going to take a pretty commanding 4-0 victory. And yeah, let's see how he gets it done. So we got Dragalji and Bombi here. Bombi is just going to set up the sticky webs. Cam just doesn't care. He's going to go for the Sludge Wave turn 1. And we're not actually going to see a Focus Sash pop. It's just going to bring it down to literally 1%. I assume it was a Focus Sash anyways, but the Don fan is going to go for a knockoff onto the Scizor. Cam bringing his leftover Scizor again. He loves it. He loves bringing in defensive Scizor most weeks. And he's going to go out into his Meloetta as this Moltres is actually going to pack the U-turn, which is going to get TJ into his Tyranitar, which is not the situation that Cam wants to be in right now. So Cam is going to go out into Scizor. He just doesn't care about the Pursuit Trap, is not going to acknowledge it. And TJ just goes for the Crunch, getting some good damage off on this Scizor. That's a very, very bulky Scizor. Looks to be physically defensive if I had to guess. And the Scizor is going to go for a Defog, then goes out into the Moltres, or into the Meloetta as the Moltres is going to U-turn on it. So Donphan comes out. Donphan is going to take the Psychic here. It does a good chunk, to be honest, but it's going to get rid of the Meloetta, which really opens up Tyranitar's usability, just in case it was like Pirouette. But normal Scizor is going to be utterly crippled here. It's going to get flame bodied, which is tremendously detrimental because it cannot do the same damage output. It's merely just there to be a wall and a pivot. So the Donphan is going to go for an Earthquake, and another one will be able to kill. Cam is likely just going to sack this thing off because he doesn't deem it useful, but he's just going to go for the Roost, just, you know, in case why not. And he's going to let his Scizor go down to this Moltres. Deems that it's not worthy as it is burned. Makes sense. Moltres is going to go for the U-turn as it's going to get pointed, so taste of its own medicine, I guess. But we're going to see a crit from the Sludge Wave as T-Tar is going to be chilling in right here. And Stoner is going to do a tremendous amount. The Focus Blast is going to do 57%, so it's not going to be able to do enough to kill due to that Sand special defense boost. But the T-Tar will be able to get rid of the Dragalji. Mega Absol is going to come out, and the Silvally Fairy is here to rain on its parade. That is a max defensive Silvally if I've ever seen it. Cam is just going to opt to go for the Play Rough, and the multi-attack is going to kill the Mega Absol. So Cam is going to just try and like make something of this. We're going to see the Mew come out here as Smeargle is able to Parting Shot, so he's got not a bad strategy. He's going to go out into his Latios and is going to go for the Dragonance. Now that Mew is Parting Shotted, the knockoff is going to do hardly anything, and Latios is going to presumably pack a Z-move here. And the Latios is going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake. So TJ is going to scout that correctly as the Moltres is going to sit in here. And he's going to go out and do his Silvally Fairy. He's just trying to bait this Z-move any way that he can, quite honestly. T-Tar is going to come out. He's just going to bait another attack. And maybe he's just trying to rack up Sandstorm so Ice Shard kills. Could be a strategy, but Zen Headbutt is not going to be able to kill this Moltres, and that's basically going to seal the game. The crit, it really didn't matter. Once it got burned, it was over. I mean, TJ does win the Stalwart anyways because he has Rocky Helmet and Sand on his side. Cam is going to go for the differential point, but he's not going to get it as the Drain Punch was not enough to kill this Smeargle, which was an interesting play because Focus Sash anyways, so I guess if this was like an Arm Thrust Mew, I don't even think it gets Arm Thrust, but you know, you get the idea. And for the next game, we have the PC Barcelona, or the Pokemon Club Barcelona, taking on the St. Louis Swablues. And Malone is putting together a nice little late season playoff push, if I do say so myself. He's going to pick up a nice 3-0 victory right here. And he's going to get nice 3 kills with his Fraligator. This was a very important game for both parties. Because if Malone doesn't win this, then he is essentially eliminated from playoffs indefinitely. And if Shadow were to win this, he would be sitting at a nice 5-5, sitting right below that playoff mark. But Malone is going to pull out the victory, and let's see Fraligator put in some work. So we're going to have Victini and Bronzong leading. Malone is not staying in on this at all. That is a thick fat Hariyama, a physically defensive thick fat, most likely. He's probably not accounting for a special variant. We're going to see Bronzong come back out, though. It doesn't fear what Dredagon can throw at it. Dredagon is going to go for the Dragon Tail. Fair enough play, as it's going to drag out the Hariyama. Not the matchup that Malone wants. He's going to stay in to take the Toxic and gets a nice close combat off. But that Rough Skin is going to do a lot, and then the close combat obviously doing lots of damage as well. And Malone is going to opt to go to his Bronzong, so he is just going to sack his Hariyama here, get a free swap to whatever he wants. Fair enough play. He's going to go out into his Fraligator. And the Victini is just going to go for a U-turn, and this is actually the Zoroark. So Malone is going to go for the Pursuit. Very good on his part to make this play. And, you know, Mookie Betts putting in that work. And we got Dredagon going for the Toxic. Obviously, it's not going to affect the Bronzong. And then this does show to be a rest Dredagon. What is it with everyone running rest these days? People just play hyper offense. Stick with the wave. But we got Psychic's Fangs coming out from the Stoutland. Very, very good prep, knowing that it would break through the screens. Tremendous prep on Shadow's part, quite honestly, to even think about that. And then the Rotom is going to kill that Hippowdon, though. Really, Shadow has no save swap. He deems his Dredagon way too worthy, I guess. Or way too useful. So the Stoutland is going to go for the return, which doesn't kill. So the Rotom's going to go to free defog. Only going to help Malone. He gets to bring in his Kyurem Black a lot more freely. Which might be what he's going out to now. But he's going to opt to go to the Bronzong, which is going to take this hit pretty well. And it's going to set up a Reflect here. So Shadow's going to go out into his Mega Heracross as the rocks are going to be set up. And he's going to double out into Stoutland. And this crit is going to be able to kill the Stoutland. I don't know if the crit matters in terms of if it would have killed or not. I mean, Malone might have Sucker Punch on his Zoroark. Don't know for sure. But this Kyurem is going to try and go for the Fusion Bolt. And Shadow's going to have to go to his Dredagon. If Malone should have, quite honestly, Ice Beam there. That was a obvious play. But it doesn't matter because Fusion Bolt either isn't a contact move or Terravolt goes through Rough Skin. Or it's not affected by Rough Skin. Not 100% sure. But this Gator essentially just wins the game now. There's nothing a Shadow can really do. Malone's just going to set up another Dragon Dance just to be sure about things. Leech Seed, you know, not going to matter. As Shadow's play, he's going to go for the Protect. Malone is going to make that read very well, so good on him. I mean, yes, Shadow just let that thing set up, but he didn't really have another play if that's defensive Selly. It would not have been able to do anything, so Shadow's play is he could have protected there. It's not really worth it. He doesn't win in any scenario unless this happens to be some hustle for Alligator. He put Lax Incense on it, so yeah. We're going to see the St. Louis Lobos pick up a nice 3-0 victory in the second match. And for the third match, we're going to have the Amsterdam Alakazams and the Portland Timbers facing off. Now, in this match, Mega Charizard Y just absolutely dominated the field. The reason that it is not a weekly hero is because it's already been a weekly hero. So, yeah, there we go. We got a 5-0 for the Portland Timbers. Let's check it out. So we got Electivire and Mega Aggron here. Electivire is just going to go for the Volt Switch. Does 22% to this Mega Aggron, and the Slowbro is going to come out on the rocks. So Slowbro can go for a Scald here. That is what it's going to do, and it is not going to get the burn on the Mesprit. So now out comes the Suicune, as Slowbro is going to go out into the Zard. And Zard is going to take a lot from the rocks, obviously 4 times a week, but Zard is able to go for the Roost here, not fearing anything that Suicune wants to do. It's in the sun, so Scald does like 24-ish%. It's pretty pitiful. It's pretty funny too. You'll see right here. 24, yep. So we're going to see the Suicune. It's going to show off the sub and the Scald in this encounter. And Charizard is going to go for the Solar Beam. Now, Zard is going to go for the Roost as Blissey wishes into the Suicune. And Flare Blitz is going to do a good 23%, so this is a mixed Zard Y, able to take on the Blissey. And Electivire comes out to try and put some pressure onto this Suicune. Now, we are going to see what kind of Electivire this is, and he goes to the Thunder Punch, so it is a physically offensive Electivire, and the Mesprit is going to show off the Rocky Helmet. So Mesprit is going to go for the Rest, and like I said, what is it with everyone bringing Rest now? Why? Just stop. Join the hyper offensive train. That's where it's at. So we're going to see the two pink Mons fighting off against each other. Well, there's 4 in this total game. Maybe 5 if you want to count Mandibuzz. I guess 5. Whatever. We're going to see Wishes passed on both sides. And Zard is going to come out to try and put some pressure on the Aggron. Aggron does go for the Earthquake, not the Rock-type move this time around. And Zard is going to go for the Flamethrower, which is going to then burn the Blissey. And this Flare Blitz is going to go ahead and kill the Blissey. And we have our first death of the game on turn 18. So Tapu Koko is going to come out, and Gigalith is going to try and take it on. And Mylan was memeing a little bit, and he's going to bring Iron Defense on this Koko as the Gigalith goes for a Toxic. And the Tapu Koko goes for a Thunder Punch, is not a 2 KO, so the Gigalith is kind of okay here. But then he shows off the Weakness Policy. This is a terrifying Tapu Koko. So Tapu Koko is going to go for the Brave Bird. Probably trying to predict the swap into Electivire, but Gigalith is going to be able to pick up the kill. And Slurpuff, going to come out because this Slurpuff set does beat Mega Aggron. Just going to go for the Wish here. I don't even know if I do show it off why it beats it. Okay, so yeah, there we go. He's going to try and predict the swap into Electivire to pass the Wish, or just to take the Thunder Punch, something like that. But the Slurpuff is just going to wish it up again. I mean, there's nothing that Mylan can really do to stop this Slurpuff from destroying him. But Evire is going to come out, just wants to put on some pressure with a Thunder Punch, as Suicune is going to go for the Calm Mind. And then Mesprit is going to come out on the predicted Thunder Punch, which obviously is going to get off its Rocky Helmet. But each encounter, that's going to be doing 45% to the Mesprit, so the Mesprit definitely does not like this. And Toxic, gonna be doing nothing to the drill. Mandibuzz comes out, and Ironhead is gonna do a nice 39% to this Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz cannot take on the Slurpuff under any circumstances. And Mega Aggron is gonna come out, and as we've seen before, it can't really do anything due to the Cotton Guard. And Slurpuff is going to just, sit here, do what it does, click Wish. Go ahead and heal up the rest of the team, as Suicune is going to go for the Roar, which roars me into Zard, which is quite honestly the best thing that could have been roared out, as Zard is going to be able to get some health back, and it's sitting in here nice and powerful. Solar Beam going to do a lot to this Mandibuzz considering it's resisted. And then Mylan is really just trying to stall Sun at this point. I mean, valiant effort, sure, but it's not going to be very effective. Zard just kills everything at this point. Crit doesn't matter. It was pretty inevitable. Aggron, you're going to die too. And he just had to solve the Sun. And out comes Zamesprit. And Excadrill is going to come out here. Is going to go for the Iron Head. As the Mesprit is going to wake up and go for the rest. So, super fun. And out comes the Zard again, hoping for no Psychic here, as he's going to get Sleep Talk Toxic, which is going to be okay, because the Zard is going to go for a Roost. Psychic will not be doing that much to it. And yeah, this game, the end of the game is pretty simple, like just destroys, and then it's just like basically me pivoting the entire time to try and get into a Mon that'll kill this thing. Because, everyone brings frickin' Rest these days. So Electivire does go down, so it's not a 6-0. But, yeah, eventually Zard is able to kill this thing. So that is going to be the game, 5-0 for the Portland Timbers. Game number 4, we have the Arcane Arcanines and the Hartford Whalmers. 2-0 for TCP and the Hartford Whalmers. So he is really made an impressive streak as of late. He was like 1-3 or 1-4 at one point, and he's sitting at 6-4. So, congrats to TCP for making it this far up. And yeah, check it out. So we got Primarina and Minior here. And Primarina can just body this Minior. Ian knows that. He's going to go out and do his Heliolisk. Just get a really free swap. And Heliolisk is pretty good against TCP's team. It can pivot really easily. And we're going to see it right out into the Minior. So Minior is also very good. As we're going to see U-turn out into the Rotom Wash. Shell Smash is going to come off here. I imagine the Minior doesn't kill. But Ian's just going to go for Explosion. So interesting strategy. If anything, he gets to just nuke a wall. So Rotom's essentially useless, which really frees up Zygarde, or not Zygarde, but Garchomp. It really frees it up. Yeah, this Decidueye is going to be a little bit of an issue, but, you know, Ian can work around it. He's going to get the rocks up, which are going to pressure the Mega Beedrill tremendously. And Heliolisk is going to take a Moonblast here, so definitely not what it wants to take, but, you know, it can take it, so Ian's going to have to go for that. He's going to go for the Volt Switch, get some momentum. Go out into the Mega Scizor, which can then go for an Aerial Ace so close to killing, and the Defog is going to come off here. So Ian's best play is the U-turn. We will see if he does go for that. Yes, he does. And he's then going to go into the Tapu Fini, which beats Zygarde every day of the week. TCP's got to go out into his Mega B. Ian probably predicted the swap into the Decidueye. Maybe. But we're going to see Mega Scizor, very good answer for the Mega Beedrill come out. So Uxie is going to come out, can go for the Psychic and even the score, or even the playing field at 5-5 right now. And then Primarina goes for the Moonblast. What is wrong with you people? Please, stop running Rest. Just stop. It's annoying. It's very annoying. Everyone runs Rest these days. Dude, come on. But Primarina is going to go for the Moonblast, the Battle of the Water Fairies. And Mega Beedrill is going to come out very aggressively, quite honestly. And Ian's going to make that switch proper. He's going to get out into his Scizor, which claims a kill on Rotom Wash, which is nice to eliminate that sack sooner than later. Especially if he has just a straight wall breaker in the back. So Tapu Fini is going to pressure this thing out. Surf does a good amount to the Mega Beedrill. Ian's actually gonna go for the Garchomp right here, as Beedrill goes for the Roost. So interesting. Not a bad strategy if he was predicting like a Rocky Helmet team from Ian. But Uxie's gonna come out and is gonna double into Scizor, which can go for a U-turn, but Ian is gonna opt to go for the Roost, and he's gonna be slower than the Primarina, so he's gonna see that. And Zygarde comes out. Now Ian still chooses just to go for the U-turn, which gets out into the Tapu Fini, but Zygarde is going to go for the Acid Downpour. So this leads me to believe that it's a special set. Yep, it's a special set. So maybe has a Core Enforcer loaded up here. Oh, yeah, there we go, baby. And it's not going to kill due to the Misty Terrain. If Misty Terrain wasn't up, that does kill. To be fair, then Dragon Claw kills. But, yeah. We're sitting at 3-3, but Primarina is going to be able to kill this thing. Heliolisk has to come out. TCP knows he lives, so he's just going to stay in and go for a free Moonblast. You know, pick up some kills, scoop them up. And this Primarina is going to die, but then Infernape just simply wins the game by coming in and clicking Vacuum Wave. So it's going to be a 2-0 victory for TCP and the Hartford Whalmers. Then we have the Kling Klang United taking on the Houston Hoopas. And if you don't know why I'm saying stop using Rest so much, I'm not gonna show the commentary of the match or the chat, but yeah, let's just go for it, you know. And Greninja is not one of the weekly heroes because, while it did get 3 kills, it has already been a weekly hero. It was actually week 1, so the more you know. But Rotom is gonna take a knockoff and goes for the Pain Split. It's obviously going to be not taking that much because of the burn factor from the Muck. And the Poison Touch is going to be very helpful. And Rotom is going to go for the Volt Switch, though. Get out into the Heatran. Heatran puts on a lot of pressure on Gran's team because it forces swaps almost every single time it comes in. Assuming it comes in on the right mon. And the Gran is going to miss the Hydro Pump, but yeah, Hydro Pump does nothing. Hit the gym, Greninja. That does nothing. That's a Pylo right there. Just taking nothing from that. Toxic Spikes are going to come out here. AZ is going to go right out into his Tapu Bulu to try and put some pressure on this thing. But Empoleon's going to be out, and this is the matchup that the Bulu wants. So the sub is going to come out, and then rocks come out from Empoleon. Now, we're going to see a Leech Seed from the Tapu Bulu, and this is a physical variant of Empoleon. So we're going to see a Drill Peck right here. And the Bulu, while yes it is toxic, it is getting so much recovery each turn. And Grant does go out into his Goodra, obviously, to utilize its Sap Sipper ability. But this is a sub-disable Leech Seed, likely Horn Leech or Wood Hammer set that we're seeing from the Bulu. It's going to go for the disable just to get rid of the curse. We'll just disable it. And, oh no, so it's a Nature's Madness instead of Wood Hammer or Horn Leech. So he has no move that can kill something instantly. Like, it's not directly attacking it, because like Nature's Madness just does half. So we're going to see the Latias go for the Devastating Drake. Gran was ready for this. The Haban Berry is there. It would have lived either way because Haban Berry cuts it in half, so Goodra would have sat at 20%. But that means this Dragon Tail would have eventually killed Goodra. But it would have came out on rocks, and it would have maybe healed up, but yeah. Just so much rest. That's all I can say, really. The Pilot of Swine is going to be left down to 1% as Clefable goes for the Protect. You know, AZ's just sacking this thing off, trying to get a free swap out into his Heatran. And trying to just do the most of his Clefable as he can. So he's going to get out and do his Heatran. As the Greninja comes out, Greninja is going to be Toxic. So now every time it comes in, it will be taking 18%. And AZ, you know, going to play a little bit on the risky side of things. He's going to take the Hydro Pump, you know, because he can. And is going to go out into Rotom just to sack it off. And the Shurikens will be able to cut through it. And the Greninja will fall. So we're sitting here at a 5-4 in favor of Gran. And this Aqua Jet is not going to kill. And we're going to see a Roost from the Latias. I kind of guess that was a roll considering how little it lived on. But yeah, Tapu Bulu is going to come out here. And Tapu Bulu is not going to put on a lot of pressure, to be honest. This is a free swap to Goodra every single time. We'll see if Gran makes that swap. AZ is going to predict the Goodra, and the Goodra is going to come out. So, good on him. And Gran knows that he lives a Draco, and AZ knows that as well, so he's going to go for the Roost. And Gran is going to roll a Curse here. And, sorry for all the yawning, but AZ is really just playing into Gran's hand right here. I think AZ throws the game away here, honestly. After seeing Wish, he should have seen, plus the rocks, he should have seen that, you know, Unaware is a thing. Yeah, I truly think he threw the game away here because he's getting too greedy and it already does nothing. And he's going to lose his Latias, so I think he just got really hasty with trying to set up. He saw all the ways that Gran had to stall. Gran's team is relatively stally, I'm not going to lie. But he saw all the ways that Gran could just stall him out, and he was like, you know what, gotta go for game. But, you know, backs up against the wall, you gotta do what you gotta do. And, you know, this Goodra's going to go for a rest, and yeah, there's a lot of resting, so I'm just going to skip through this a little bit. You know, just Nature's Madness. Bulu's not going to move health. It's going to move health now. So, Bulu is going to be dying in the very near future. So it's now at 3. It's going to go for the disable. But that doesn't stop the Goodra from clicking rest. So, yeah, it's super fun. We're going to see the arrow go for a Hone Claws. And, yeah, we're going to see no Sleep Talk clicked. But, you know, why not? Stone Edge isn't going to be able to kill. No crit is going to happen here, and Dragon Tail is going to Dragon Tail it out, which kills the Heatran on entry and then kills the Arrow on entry. So that is going to be the game 5-0 in a dominating fashion for the Kling Klang United. Goodra would have got those last 2 kills. It could, or the last kills. It might have been Weekly Hero, but oh well. For game number 6, we have the Phoenix Flagons in the Utah Hoots. We got a 3-0 victory for Keister, as Suzy will continue his losing streak. I think it's up to 3 games now. And Keister is trying to make his way back into the playoff race any way that he can. Getting 4 kills from Megalopony will surely help. And let's go ahead and see it. So we got Necrozma and Jirachi. So Jirachi is going to set up the rocks. Necrozma is just going to go for Dark Pulse, as the Jirachi is Colbur Berry. And Umbreon comes out, which is going to take this Dark Pulse like it is cereal in the morning. And we're going to see Rhyperior get Toxic here. Rhyperior can't do anything to Umbreon. Umbreon is a stupid Pokemon to break. But Rhyperior is going to go to set up the rocks. So try and put some pressure on the Pelipper or the Zapdos. And we're going to see Rhyperior get rid of this Pelipper relatively early, and in playtesting, Pelipper, like if it's Choice Specs Pelipper, it kills every one of Suzy's Bonds, except for his Necrozma. His Necrozma is the only thing that doesn't get one shot, so yeah, the more you know. But we're going to be at a 5-5 tie right here. Jirachi is going to come out on the Mega Venusaur. Jirachi just comes in on Mega Venusaur every day of the week. And Zapdos comes out. God, I just love yawning. So we're going to see the Zapdos go for a Volt Switch here. It's going to get out into the Umbreon. And yeah, there's nothing Suzy can truly do here to get rid of this Umbreon. And it's going to go for a Wish, as Weavile goes for the Ice Skull Crash. And Umbreon is just going to go for a Toxic. Going to get its Wish back. I mean, I'm kind of confused why Suzy isn't going into his Emboar. That's kind of the sole purpose of bringing Emboar, is to kill this Umbreon, but I don't know, I guess. We're going to see a Wish again, you know, Sludge Bomb. It's going to Wish into the Jirachi, so it's going to get a lot of health back from that, which is going to very much help it out to take this thing on. Jirachi does go for the Zen Headbutt, and yeah, this is AV Necrozma, and the Dark Pulse is going to do a good amount, but the Jirachi is going to be able to kill this thing with Zen Headbutt. Just wanted to go for that in case Suzy wants to make the swap out into Emboar. And Weavile is going to put the threat of a knockoff on here, but is then going to go for the Ice Skull Crash. So it is going to be two-shotting this Umbreon, but Umbreon is just going to try and get some more toxic damage racked up on the Weavile. And then Jirachi will be the sack here. So Ice Skull Crash does kill that. And if Weavile had a couple more turns to do work, it really could do work. But yeah, it's just gonna die here to the Megalopony. Suzy really can't afford to go out into anything. And Alomomola is gonna come out, as the Zapdos will come out. Do you understand why I say that I'm tired and I'm just recording this video? I've yawned like 17 million bajillion times. But anyways, Venusaur is gonna get its Wish back, so good on you, Mega Venusaur. Having dreams, believing in something. I'm happy for you. So we're gonna see Megalopony come out, and here's where its reign of terror starts. So Megalopony is gonna go for the return, does 31%, really not that much. Drain Punch is gonna get enough health back to where it's fine. And Owl is gonna try and pass this off into Mega Venusaur. Well, guess what? Thunder Wave is gonna come out here, and it's going to cripple the Mega Venusaur a decent amount. So Suzy's going to go out into his Alomomola, which is not taking 2 returns. It is definitely going to drop to the second one. So down goes Alomomola, which down goes Wish Support, and out comes the Mega Venusaur. Now, Megalopony is going to go out into the Zap. Ooh, nice little voice crack. Going to go out into the Zapdos to get some pivoting options here. Is going to go for the Roost, you know, heal itself up. And Mega Venusaur is going to go for the Paralysis, that full para, amazing move. Always pack that coverage. Kingdra is going to get roared out here, and Kingdra goes for the Draco, does a lot of damage, as Mega Venusaur is going to be honest, get a decent amount back. But then Zapdos comes out, as Giga Drain is going to do nothing. It's going to only provide a little bit of health back. Zapdos is going to go for D-Roost here. And Sludge Bomb is going to get a crit, which does 37%, but not Mega, but Mega Zapdos, that'd be horrifying. Or terrifying. Either one. Zapdos is going to come out here. Full swinging with that Volt Switch. And now Mega Lopunny is going to clean up the game. So its best play is just going to be to go for that Drain Punch. But, you know, Return works too. As now the Emboar is going to come out, which will then die. Sucker Punch wouldn't have killed unless it's banded on a crit. He would have had to like banded crit everything, I think. Probably. Even so, Zapdos probably doesn't die. Anyways, 3-0 victory for the Phoenix Flygons. Yes. And then for the last match that I have for you guys this week, we have the Denver Nummels and the Aussie Kangaskhan's. As Roserade is going to pick up a nice 3-kill stat line. And let's see it. As the Aussie Kangaskhan's move to 2-0. Or 8-2 with a 2-0. So this is just god tier. So Lando's going to go for the Earthquake, which is not going to do anything. Choice Specs Ice Beam is going to go ahead and kill this thing. Just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful prep. With the Master. We're going to even the score out immediately, but trading Marowak for a Lando T, that's pretty worth it in my book. Shaman's going to go for the Earth Power, which does a third of Roserade's health, essentially. And Roserade is going to do nothing to the Steelix, and Steelix can go for a Heavy Slam. I'm really confused why the Master didn't go for the Earthquake, because Earthquake is so free against the En's team. But Roserade is going to go for the Sludge Bomb. Does not get a poison, so the Roserade's got to swap out here based on that fact, because it's not going to have an easy time of just 2KOing. Overheat is going to get a special attack drop, obviously, so the Rotom has to go out with a Volt Switch. Manaphy is going to come out, takes the U-turn, and is going to put on some pressure, but Ian doesn't care because Roserade is going to be out here, which can fire off a nice Leaf Storm, and Roserade gets his first kill in the match. So the PZ is going to set up an Agility here, and is going to go for an HP Steal, which just straight one-shots that Mega Deontay. The Masters had some really good prep this match. And the Porygon Z is going to go for the Shadow Ball, which is going to kill, and then Bullet Punch, or is not going to kill, and then Bullet Punch plus Meteor Mash kills it. So Rotom goes for the Volt Switch. Very good play on Ian's part, as he's going to get a Pursuit off. So that was a very good value play, because you're going to see why that matters later down the line. So Steelix is going to go for the Crunch, which does kill the Metagross. And Deoxys comes out. Deoxys doesn't kill, though, so Focus Blast is going to do close to enough, but the Crunch is going to do a lot. So it's not going to kill, but it does a lot. And we're going to see a Protect come off here. Interesting play, because Nasty Plot would seal the deal. There's no benefit to him clicking Protect. But we're going to see Shaman come out here. And Shaman is going to go for the Earth Power. Good play on the Master's part. Then Ian's just going to go for the Fake Out chip, as the Shaman is going to go for the Earth Power. And out comes the Roserade. So Roserade is going to go for the Sludge Bomb, which is not going to be able to kill. It does a lot, though. So HP Fire is going to not be able to pick up the kill here, as Roserade will outspeed and go for the Sludge Bomb, kill that thing. And Rotom is going to go ahead and die. Now, there's a couple things that could have changed the game. If Master got up Rocks at one point, he would have been fine. If he wouldn't have kept his, or if he would have kept his Rotom higher, he would have been fine. Yes. And if he went Rotom on the Roserade, I think he wins. Yeah, if he went Rotom on the Roserade, he wins. So, very close game. Should have been more of a 1-0, quite honestly. But yeah, very close game between the worst team and one of the best teams. So, interesting stuff there. You never know what you're going to get with the ASL. And with that, guys, thank you guys all for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't really know what it's going to be. Oh, yeah, I said at the beginning of the video. Playoff implications. Look for that tomorrow. Hopefully it's there. If not, it'll be there sometime this week. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.